Hey guys, it's Dag, and I am here. I think I don't know. We're counting brain cells today, so it's just one of those days where I'm having technical difficulties with the chat and all kinds of fun stuff. And it's like, hey, these things need to be working, but they're not necessarily working properly. But that's okay. It is SWTOR story time, and I've got Peep. She's over there, and I'm right here, and we are going to be leveling our characters in Star Wars: The Old Republic. And I've got my Imperial bounty hunter and Evitel, and he's got his trusty companion. He's been trying to break in, Mako, and she's just a tough nut, so she's not breaking in at all. But I'll keep working, needling at her, and see if I can get her to romance with me or not. But we'll have to see. And then let's see. Today's holiday. Yeah, gotta not forget that. Told you, brain cells. They're definitely overrated. Today's holiday is the National Dictionary Day. And what that means is that they actually put this holiday on the birthday of Nathan, was it Noah Webster. I had to look. It's like not Daniel Webster, it's Noah Webster. And of course, he's the guy that wrote the big book. I've got a red one sitting over here on my left, on my counter, and I do pull it out occasionally and get my big magnifying glass out. And you guys are laughing, going, "No, he doesn't." And it goes like, "Yes, I do. I've got one, and I see you." So I do have to pull that out these days because I can't read shit without glasses. But hey, there are interesting words in there, and words are fun. So every once in a while, crack out that sucker and take a look and see if there's a word in there that you might like, because you never know when you might amaze somebody by using a word they've never heard. So what's up with you, Peep? Besides, we're on the wrong planet and I got to go back to my ship here.
I just had a busy morning, meetings and stuff. Business.
Meetings. All right.
I was doing business.
Business and stuff. I mean,
business.
Let's see. Oh, you invited me, to join Tem. No, I don't want to join the guild. No, that's a decline.
No, he invited me to, and I was like, no, thank you.
Must be. I saw someone there. We had two people.
I'm inviting you to group right now.
Okay, thank you. Do that, please.
Boop. There.
And there it is. Almost tricked me into joining a guild. Not tricking, it is. Okay. Where's my intercom on this thing? That's the holo terminal. I don't want the holo terminal. I want the intercom, and it's in here. All right, so I need to get our next mission from the intercom. So I'm going to be seeing this on screen. I think, Peep, you had your own, right? So, yeah. And
I already had my own.
Yeah, she already got it, so I'm a little bit behind, so let's get this going here. If I can get it to work. Mm-hmm. There we go. Mm-hmm.
So, we on Easy Street now, or what?
Yes.
They'll be putting my face on wanted posters instead of advertisements. The whole thing was a Republic setup.
Now that they've tipped their hand, it won't happen again. That's a promise. Looks like Bloodworthy's on the line. I'll patch him through.
Hope I'm not interrupting. Just wanted to transfer your next target. That is, if you're ready for another blacklist favorite.
I'm always up for a fight.
Don't worry. We made sure to grab the ugliest mark on the list. This bounty's years shy of beating Jacquelin's time, but anything sitting on the blacklist more than a month is real trouble. I'm putting my money on you this time, so try not to get yourself killed.
What's our next move?
We've got another blacklist mark to deal with. Have the next blacklist bounty's coordinates logged by the time I'm ready to head out.
Will do.
Okay, Nico's going to go log the blacklist, and I'm going to accept the endorsement. Is that what I'm doing? Conquest objective completed. Companion. Oh, where am I headed now? Travel to Hoth. All right, we're headed in the right direction. I was a little worried there for a minute. It's like, am I going the right way? And Hoth, way over here. So how much they want to charge me? 1,000 credits? Jeez. These space Ubers, man, they're getting expensive.
Hey, wages have stagnated in the galactic market.
Yeah.
Mako, open a
Housing
secure
costs
channel on the
have shot
frequency
through the
we got
roof,
from
too.
the blacklist.
Come on, come on. Signal strength is really poor.
So what can
there we
everybody
go.
do? They just gotta do
Sorta.
rideshare stuff now.
Yeah.
This is unexpected. I greet you on behalf of the Chiss Ascendancy, Bounty Hunter. I am Aristocker Shorehunter Milithier. This hollow frequency hasn't had an inquiry in quite some time. I believe there were no longer any interested parties.
If you got a job, I get interest.
I need someone to hunt the Trandoshan pirate lord Renegade Voss. Are you such an individual?
May as well ask us to hunt the ghost of Nagasato.
The name doesn't ring any bells.
A pirate of some renown. He favors lurking in the regions of space you consider uncharted. Our territory, mostly. Renegade Voss has been a blight on Chiss shipping lanes and colonies for years.
What else can you tell me about Voss?
Very little, unfortunately. He's never left anyone alive to give a proper report. Voss appears to have joined up with the White Moor, a massive confederacy of pirates pillaging Hoth's starship graveyard. Their raids have reduced our salvage operations to smoking wreckage.
Voss your only target of interest here?
He's the only target you need concern yourself with. We've permitted the Empire to use Hoth for strategic purposes in exchange for their assistance dislodging the pirates. Imperial soldiers will handle the White Moor. However, Voss is worth more to us alive.
Works for me. Executions are messy.
Our patrols
Unless I get a decent head
captured
out
one
of
of
it.
the White Moor pirates out in the wastes. It may be able to point you to Voss once you arrive. I'm transmitting credentials that will allow you unrestricted access to Hoth's surface. Use them to travel to these coordinates. Contact me when you've secured Voss.
Okay, they have me chasing after a guy by the name of Voss, and he wants him alive. And my comment was that I replied that executions are messy, and then I said, well, unless I'm actually getting his head, then, you know, hey. All right, so we're on
Yeah.
Voss, and I got to go meet with the
No,
warden.
you're.
Or on,
No, we're not on
I'm
Voss.
chasing
We're on
Voss.
Hoth.
Yeah,
You're chasing Voss.
I'm chasing
Voss,
Voss, which is spelled
Not
different.
it's not VOSS. It's
Voss.
VAU.
It's VAUSE.
or something.
Voss, yes.
Ah,
Going
okay,
after
yeah.
Voss. Okay.
Yeah. And
Don't
then
break-
you're gonna get a vase.
I'm
and
going
fill
to
it
go
with
break
flowers.
a vase. Yeah. Oh, God. It's going to be one of those.
Uh-oh, we're goofy today.
Oh, that's okay. Goofy is good.
We're goofy. I'm gonna bring Dr. Loken with us this time because I want. I'm just trying to give him some gifts real quick to get his.
Yeah, I
get
should
his
swap.
effectiveness levels a little bit.
I should swap some of my characters around and see what I can do here. Who else? Let's see.
It's
Who's
time
my...
to switch over from Bug Boy because Dr. Loken is here and he'll have lots of very
I'm looking to see who's like the lowest.
fun things to say.
I could bring PH4 Lynx or what? How do you say? Phalanx? Is that
Phalanx,
I could
yeah.
bring Phalanx, but she's only a level 1, so.
She's not got anything to say in your role-playing interactions.
Yeah, that's
either,
true.
Because she's a
Torian's a level 3. Let's see.
bring Torian because he'll have all sorts of cool stuff to say. And tell me what he needs for a gift, and I might be able to get him something from my stash.
You just want to follow him around because he's cute. Okay, Darth Hexen.
He is cute, but he
See, told
says
you.
the funniest stuff. He's such a Mando. He's so got 2 brain cells, right? He's like, I'm a Mando, and also I'm cute.
Dude. Yeah, he's a surfer. What can I say? All right, we're
he
going.
looks like the Star Wars version of a surfer. He's a Mando
Yeah.
surfer.
All right, Mako, I'm going to put you
That's
on
how
ice.
you want it.
Well, not really, but we're going to bring someone else. We'll bring Torian. And
I'm looking at the
Courtyard.
auction house. Let's see.
he's like,
companion
oh,
gifts.
totally. All right, for sure. Let's go do this. Let me see if I have any gifts to be able to give him. Because, like,
Let's
know,
go
I've got a
pound
bunch
some
of stuff.
brewskis.
Yeah, large. Okay. I got a few things I can give him.
Keep it close.
Let's go pound some brewskis, dude.
Dude, let's go catch some gnarly waves,
Keep it
man.
close.
Keep it close.
It's in.
Oh, there's a lot of cute girls out at the beach. Let's go.
I'll keep it close.
Did you see the girl with the 4 heads, man?
Keep
It's
it
like,
close.
oh, totally.
I'll keep it close.
Okay.
I bet she's super smart.
Oh, God. All right. So I gave him a few. Did he jump to a different level? I don't even know. Let's see what level is he now.
Here.
He's still a level. Oh, he moved up to level 4. Okay, that's a good thing, I guess. All right. Enough of that brewski pounding. Come on, dude. Let's go. Let's go ride some waves, man.
Right, hold on, dude. What kind of gifts does Torian need?
Good question. I don't know. Let me get someplace
We
where I
look
can
on
look at-
SWTOR companion gifts. And I'll give you the answer. Her page is the best for that.
Are we going to take the story arc?
I don't know. Sure. Why
From
not? I mean, it's
Ensign-
all, it's space pirates.
Yeah, yeah. We have to go out and go jump
We don't
in the
have
ship.
to if you don't want to.
Oh, we can do that.
I am,
You're not here, so yeah, it's.
what was I going to say? Oh, I'm indifferent to it.
You
unless
are
I'm on a
indifferent.
Chiss character.
Okay.
Because if you're on a Chiss character on the Imperial side, then Aristocra Saganu, you can sort of start dating him, which is sort of fun. But
I
other than that,
completely
no, I'm
lost you
not
on that one.
super. See, if you're not a Chiss, you won't get it.
Oh, well,
there's
he
an
is-
extra. The guy that's at the base, the Chiss guy at the base, Aristocra Saganu, who does the world, he starts the world quest.
Oh, okay.
And we'll meet him. He's a blue guy.
Okay.
He's a blue guy, and if you're
Well, yeah,
another
my-
blue person, if you're
I
a
am a
blue
blue
lady,
person.
then you can. But you're not a blue lady, though.
But
This is the early game, remember?
oh,
So,
okay. Early game,
they don't-
they're not progressive enough. Got it. All right.
no.
That's okay. I'm still
No.
trying to break in with Mako, so.
All right. Let's see. Torian. Let's see. Focus. Torian.
What does
Kadara.
Torian need? What does Torian want?
Class story. He likes.
What
he likes
does he
military
desire?
gear, dude. And he likes trophies. Oh my god, I have so many trophies.
Yeah, cool. Good. All
I
right.
can give you trophies. Hold on,
He seems like the
getting some
kind of guy that would have like shelves for like,
If you've got
participation
any Imperial
ribbon.
memorabilia, if you've got any Imperial memorabilia, Dr. Loken really likes that.
Oh, I probably do. I don't know what I have actually. I've never. The only character that I've paid any huge amount of attention to was trying to get Lana up to level her up. So I was paying attention to what I had. And so let's see. I see there's all kinds of preserved rows. Agreed temporary mind link device. I don't know who wants that.
Dude, I am. Just hover over it, and it says on it whether it is a weapon or a underworld or the thing on the top. That's what you care about. It says Imperial memorabilia. If it says that, then Dr. Loken wants it.
Let's see. Memorabilia? No. Oh, Imperial
There's
conquered
Republic
worlds.
memorabilia.
Something souvenirs from Imperial conquered worlds. So that would be.
Yeah, look at the top. There's 3 rows. It says what it is, what the rank is, and then what the person's reaction is.
Yeah, yeah.
You want the row on the top, not
Right.
the
Imperial
name of the thing,
memorabilia, Republic
right.
memorabilia.
Yes, there you go. Only
Courting.
Imperial memorabilia for Dr. Loken.
There's a couple of courting things in here. Is that what I'm
Yeah,
seeing?
courting gifts are broken. I think the only person that cares about those anymore is Blizz.
Imperial memorabilia, Republic memorabilia. I can't call more courting. Imperial memorabilia, courting, and courting. Okay. I got a courting that is bound. It's cuisine. It's bound to legacy. So you're saying that I can't get rid of any of those? The courting ones are just like worthless?
I mean, there's one or two characters that will still take them. They don't give a huge amount, but, you know, they're not nothing. Just go on Swatterista's list, and
Yeah, I'll check.
she has a place at the bottom where you can look up the characters that take a certain gift.
Okay.
And then you can find out which ones to give them to. But anyway, I've got so many courting gifts or trophies to give. Basically, I think you could, when the game was first around, you could give the courting gifts to the character that you had the option to romance, right? And it would give you reputation. But they have been broken for a really long time, and they don't award to the character that is romanceable anymore. They reward to random characters that also took that gift because they took everything.
Got it.
Like Blizz. Blizz loves everything. He's like, everything, because he's a Jawa. So
right. Gimme, kind of thing. Yeah.
Because he's a hoarder, so he's like, I can use it all. Just hand it over. So.
All right.
Anyway, I will be right with you.
Okay.
I just have to.
I don't know whether
do
this
some
is...
organizing.
Okay, I'm standing outside of an area where I need to go into and chat with someone. So.
Oh, you can do that without me to keep things going.
I will do that.
Just tell me which one. Tell me what it is.
It is
tell me.
The warden. Meet with the warden.
Just. So sum it up after you're done.
Yeah. So I get off the shuttle and you turn. You leave the shuttle and then turn to the right on the map. You turn right on the map and it's right there.
You know what?
I'm here to interrogate your prisoner.
Tablet.
This can't be authentic. Wait here. I mean it.
I'm chatting with the chiss.
You will please excuse my
I
manners.
am gonna
before.
open.
The prisoner is right this way.
Well, don't do the world
Little
quest
rat has
without
been
me.
nothing but trouble.
No. This is the warden. This is mine. The prisoner is right this way. Little rat is nothing but trouble. Okay, trouble how?
What do you mean?
Oh, it's a Jawa.
It slipped out of its cell 6 times
How do I
since the
get the
patrols
internet?
brought it in.
Oh, yes.
Don't ask me how. Never makes a run for it, though.
iPad
Just
noob.
noses around and starts taking things apart. It's driving me crazy.
Liz. Oh, space armor. Good
All
color.
the white mall would be this threatening.
Good luck understanding it. Show yourself out when you're
I
finished.
love Blizz.
Yeah, Blizz. So I'm chatting with Blizz here. Well, there's another Jawa that's in there. He just lifted my blaster. You have big hands. How you hold this?
Give it back and I'll show you.
All right, here you go. Let's see.
What's your name, buddy?
Blizz friends call me Blizz. I'm not real name. Blizz never sees friends again now. Stupid Gerally Tomb. Teleform and Blizz steal tech and hide things. Boss Vaz drag Blizz along on the hunt in cold white sand. Can't go back now. Okay. Where can I find Vaz? Blizz, he been here a little while now. Make good. Try hunting camp Boss Vaz dragged Blizz to, down in the Big Ice Cave. And not far, maybe he's still there. Boss Vaz always fighting or killing. Scary, scary. You not have to chase him. Be careful.
Yeah.
All right. And that's the end of that.
Okay, Blizz.
So now I need to exit.
It'll be okay, Blizz.
I didn't take Blizz with me.
I don't think you can right now. I think he comes along later.
Or is that part of the? Is that part
This
of
is
the?
he's part of the story, so.
Well, that's part of the planet story, right? Or is he part of this story?
He's you. He's part of
My
your
storyline.
story.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I didn't take the planet storyline, so.
Yeah, I'll be right there.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I've got
All right.
so many math in my bag because I was working on professions.
Ah.
And I've got stuff to sort out, so I'm sorry. All right, do you want to get up here? Do you want to take the planet quest? Because it actually starts on the space station.
Right, I need to go back up to do that. So.
Do you want to do it?
I don't care.
I'm here.
We can.
We can do it.
I mean,
we can give it up whenever you want to.
I'm going to go to the dorm.
It's fun. It's got pirates, and it's a good time, and it's just.
Well, I think we have pirates regardless because of. For mine.
Yeah,
anyway,
you do.
yeah.
But
see,
there's a whole other deal.
Where's the quest? I forget it. Oh, he's out there. Where you're standing. Hey, what do you know? Okay. There he is. All right.
I'm trying to do it in the browser and it's just not loading, so I'm going to have to get the Twitch app on there. Maybe I can do that on the break.
Okay.
All right.
Ready?
Yeah.
Good evening to all, and welcome to the Adama space station.
I wish I could get that uniform,
I gather
that
this
one without
visit is
the
because
collar
you'll be
and
traveling
stuff.
through to the surface of Hoth.
It reminds me of the old Star Trek ones. The original Star Trek uniforms.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a cool uniform, though. There's lots of different colors of that style.
I'll be scanning you so I can customize your cold weather equipment. Then I'll arrange your briefing.
Cold weather equipment. I need to put together a cold
As you're
weather
on the
transmog
VIP
real
list,
quick.
Lieutenant Halpern will brief
There's
you.
the one that has a really
He's in the
heavy
theater.
jacket. That's
Good
kind of
day.
a cool look.
I've got 2 of those.
Oh, the real heavy jacket. I've got the one that is the jacket for like the rogue spy. And that,
Oh, yeah.
That looks pretty good for like a cold weather approach, you know.
I've got the snow trooper ones, and I like to. There's a couple of different ones that I like to make combos for Jedi characters out of, which is nice because one of them has a. I've got a number of snow ones.
So did you?
Anyway, let's go talk to the World Quest guy.
Okay, I was going to say, did you have
Wait a
the
second.
another quest out here that you needed to speak with someone first?
You've.
I did that one.
Oh, you already talked to Reese. Oh, you
Yeah.
know what? This is so stupid. We got to go back up to the thing, or I do. I've still got the last warm breath. Do you?
No, I do not.
So stupid. Why didn't it populate? You don't have to talk to Officer Halpern up here?
No. Oh, yeah, I do. I do. I
Oh,
do.
well, you might just be able to holo call in.
Okay, holo call. What's it say? Yeah, I'm beaming in.
There
Okay,
we
here I
go.
am.
Okay.
VIPs in the room.
Sorry.
Let's show some
I
respect.
thought we were done.
At
Oh, I
ease.
like his uniform, too.
Let's get this started. Ostensibly, the conflict on Hoth is over salvage from a battle that happened above the planet. In reality, it is our trap for the Republic.
So the
I have a
salvage is
uniform pretty
worthless?
much like that.
Or is it just too hard to get to?
A bit of each.
I like his
There is a
trousers.
fairly major pirate force that holds much of what the Republic wishes to recover. The Imperial plan is not to gain ground, but rather to make the battle as costly as possible to the Republic. We want our forces small and mobile, and while the Republic keeps chasing victory, we bleed them dry of personnel and equipment.
Huh, it won't let me choose
I think I've
anything.
heard enough.
Very well.
Oh, that's strange.
Excuse me, everyone. I didn't mean to interrupt.
Do you
but
wanna
I
come
brought
up
your
here and
cold
start
weather
over?
No,
equipment.
no, I'm
We were
watching
just
the whole
finishing,
thing.
Ensign.
It's okay.
This should keep your core body temperature
Wait a
up.
second, are you included?
When you're
Yes.
ready, report to a pilot in the shuttle bay for
Then how come
transport
you
to
can't
the
choose
planet.
anything?
Well,
Colonel
it let me
Bannister
choose the
Dornbase will
first
be
one,
waiting
but
for
then
you.
it
Good luck
didn't
down
let me
there.
choose the second.
Oh, that's strange.
Okay,
Okay,
provided
well-
awards. Accept. All right, so now we can go back. Oh, I gotta wait for you to come down because
Gonna be one of those days.
Oh my
They
god.
already said it.
There's a pilot.
This morning, my meeting to do business was we had to wear a costume because Halloween.
Oh,
So.
okay. How'd you dress up?
I just put my witch hat on.
Ah, okay. Our, I should say, I was going to say our Bambi is wearing the witch hat.
Nice.
You know who Bambi is? Aside from the...
Isn't that the thing, the decoration?
On the ground, safe and
Yes,
sound, everyone.
I have the horned...
Clearance code
yeah.
says there is a Commander Triton in charge.
Let's see.
My briefing said I was to meet a Colonel Vanis.
I don't know anything about that. Commander Triton's the one listed as in charge now. I'm sure he can fill you in on the story. I need to de-ice the shuttle here.
Should have used antifreeze, kid. Alright. We ready?
Yes.
So I see someone like smack dab in the middle. Is that... That's talk to the Commander Triton.
Yep, there he is. Oh. Captain Udraz.
Oh, there's a lore object.
He's the chips everybody talks to.
There's a lore.
Yes. Maybe Aristocracy Saganu's not on anything except for one.
So I just found out about my own species.
Rigid.
What do you know?
Don't know. Found out about the Chiselichis.
Okay, ready?
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Your advice boils down to doing nothing, and that I cannot do.
Sir, I respect your bravery, but if you see this through personally, you will be dead. And whose leadership will we have then? Ah, we've been awaiting your arrival. This is Commander Triton, and I am known by the core name Udras.
Lieutenant Halpin sent word you would be coming, and we've never had greater need of you.
Colonel Vanis, the commander of this base, is missing. We fear he's dead, along with all the most experienced men from this base.
Bring me up to speed.
The Colonel went out to investigate evidence of a possible spy probe near the ice lake. He was under heavy guard.
We received a distress call. It was obvious he found trouble.
All my companions are coming back from their mission.
Casualties! Taking heavy casualties! We're under attack! We can't see the...
What on this world could take out an armed group of officers?
Besides the Republic, there are Wampers, pirates, mostly aliens unafraid of the Empire.
But we can't simply cower in our base when the mission is to damage and exhaust the Republic.
And our men can't do it. Commander, this visit is a gift to us from fate.
Sounds like a big problem. Can you tell it to me again? In credits?
Yeah.
We'll pay any price you name. Find Colonel Vanis, or at least tell us what we're up against.
Our best case scenario is that Colonel Vanis' communications tipped off the Republic, and he's gone quiet.
But if I were out in that cold, I'd have called for a rescue. If you can find the Colonel, everyone on this base is in your debt.
Commander Triton, that is a very unattractive mustache.
Okay, so I've got all these, oh, we're talking about his, little goatee?
Yeah, his, like, it's trying to be a biker goatee, but it's giving 12-year-old, you know?
Well,
It's
yeah,
like,
he's
he
definitely
just-
got that 12-year-old
I
vibe.
just started. Daddy taught me how to shave. That's what it's doing. So.
Okay,
Oh, I have to go to my ship and use my homo terminal. It's a Homo erectus with a Homo terminal.
Oh!
Alright, I have to go use my stupid.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
Oh, God. All right. I decided it's time for Michus to show his face, because he hasn't done so in a while, and maybe we'll get some preferential treatment, you know? So I took his helmet
Let's get our cold weather togs on.
Well, you've got them. I don't.
You don't have no cold weather togs?
Not in this server, no. They're all over there.
No, all of your collection is universal.
I think you'll be quite
Oh,
pleased.
well, let's see what I've got then. Okay.
Miss me, darling.
Ba-do-ba-doo. Collections. And armor. Collected. Rogue Arch armor. That's the only outfit that kind of fits. No, we're not going to wear that. Okay, where is it? There it is. Okay, so now I can get this guy dressed. Hang on while I do that.
Yep.
Outfitter.
I feel like transmogs are actually a pretty good part of the stream because it's a big part of the game. Space Barbie.
And let's see.
That's what we call it in on the other server in trade chat. People will be like, "What are you guys doing?" And people will go, "Nothing, just playing Space Barbie." Meaning you're working on your transmogs and your stronghold decorations.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm just playing Space Barbie, man. It's all good.
There we go. He's all ready. He's all in his cold weather gear now.
Okay. I'll be right there. I've got my cold weather gear to put on.
I see you have to go talk to Captain Firth.
No.
Yep, you've got a quest for Captain Firth here. Yeah, it's showing here. He's like in this.
That's just not what it's called in the quest log, apparently. So.
Oh, okay.
I'll see it when I get down there.
All right. I'm like.
I got 2 quests, so that's all good. Let me just get back down there. Let me get off my ship. Basically, I had to talk to Arden Hoth, and he was like, "We want you to steal a spaceship." And I'm like, "Okay." Are you gonna push the button?
I keep calling my random pet, and it keeps coming up with the same pet all the time. It's like, why is that? Is that because I only have one pet on this character? I don't understand.
Yeah, you've only downloaded or added to your collection 1 pet.
Oh, that would.
Or they aren't. Or you can go in your pets collection and favorite them. It might be that they're not all favorited.
Well, I haven't collected them. That's the big issue. Okay.
And those are also in your...
I just have to transfer copies. There's a couple there I haven't...
your collection.
Yeah, there's a couple there I haven't, like...
Alright, hold on a second.
Okay, so...
Now my bags are stupidly full.
Hello? Come here.
Oop. Alright.
Oh, you already have this item. Okay, duh. What's this? You already have that item. All right, let's see what... Go back to my inventory here. pets. Yeah, you don't have to. You don't have to favorite pets, right? They automatically just show up.
No.
Yeah.
You have to favorite them or unfavorite them.
No.
If you were going to summon a random pet, yes, you do.
They just show up in the pets collection, though.
Yeah, but that's not where you summon them.
Well, no, you use the random summon thing, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But they're in the same place that your abilities and your
I'm looking at that
vehicles and stuff are.
But there's no. You can't favorite a pet. It's not listed. There's no favorite.
Yes, it is.
Okay. Then I'm looking at my screen.
Well, then there's not. Oh my God.
Yeah. So I
they
said
took it away.
Yeah, you cannot do it. I got a Vorn Tiger.
Well,
I'm
that
going to run
sucks.
around.
Because you used to be able to. Is it still there for the vehicles?
Vehicles are still there, yeah. And I remember the mounts. You can always do the mounts.
Yeah.
That's not a problem.
I thought you were able to do it. I'm sure you were able to do it with the pets.
Nope.
At one point.
Nope.
Oh well, not anymore.
It's not available.
Perhaps I am just incorrect and we never could. That's also possible.
Well, I don't.
Because
I don't think I've ever been able to favorite pets.
wrong.
Just the mounts. But that's okay.
I think we were supposed to be able to, but we
could be
certainly
wrong.
aren't now. So, yeah, I'm probably wrong. They're pretty likely. Okay, hang on.
I'm hanging.
I'm just sitting here trying to get my clothes put on. I need to focus. Focus!
Yeah, put some clothes on, Peep, for God's sake.
Yes, I'm going to put on my winter clothes. Boop, 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 boop.
I've got 2 pets out right now. That's cute. How'd that happen? I got 2 pets following me. Oh, you know what? I summoned one by going in and clicking on it on the inventory, and then I randomly summoned the other. And it didn't dismiss the first one, so that's interesting. So I got 2 pets hovering around here.
I got 2 pets. 1, 2. They're both the same size. Sorry, that doesn't rhyme. It's a Sesame Street thing.
Okay. You ready?
No.
Okay, fine.
I've got so much stuff in my bag because of gifts to give to Thor to Surfer Dude that I completely just on. I just am having a hard time finding where things are in the bag. You know how that everything kind of splits up when you have full bags and your things just end up everywhere.
Yes.
Okay. Here I come. Well, at least now they made the change where you can summon like the pets. You can have a pet that flies and also one that runs around on the ground at the same time.
Right. That's what I've got.
Yeah, that's neat. I don't like not being able to favorite them, and I think you were able to at one point. I don't know. All I remember is I used to love this little Tauntaun. Maybe I just pulled him onto the bar. Okay, let's go talk to Deuteronomy.
Deuteronomy?
Yeah, now I see what you're talking about.
Satellite's dead.
Colonel Fart.
What do your people
whatever
know
his name
about
is.
Grid Alpha 9?
Hello.
Pirate territory, heavily fortified.
Can you get me numbers?
Perhaps, but our manpower is limited.
Manpower? Excuse me. Captain Leo Firth, search and recovery. Saw your docking authorization. You must be our visitor from intelligence.
Cypher 9.
I'm on unattached wartime duty. Here to see Admiral Davos.
Sergeant, you're dismissed.
You got the puffy on.
The Chiss Ascendancy has been operating on Hoth for years. Useful, but let's not kid ourselves. So, what's your business with the Admiral?
I think it'd be hilarious if they had like a North Face emblem on it.
There's a vessel in the starship graveyard.
I know.
The Starbreeze.
Or REI.
I know it. The Admiral might, but your timing's no good.
They're even
he left
here.
base with his expedition 36 hours ago. Long-range comms are almost useless in this weather. You want to wait? He'll be back in a few weeks.
Give me his last known location, and I'll be going.
Look, there might still be a crew at the expedition launch site. It's where the Admiral's supply line to the starship graveyard starts. But trying to reach the launch point now is suicide. Weather's bad.
Gotta put my
and there are
goggles
Republic
on.
commandos in the area.
I'm not looking for a suicide mission. Thank you for your time, Captain.
Yes, sir.
Oh. Let me put my goggles on. Goggles.
Yeah,
Goggles.
I don't think I have any goggles.
Goggles.
Goggles. Gargles.
I have doggles for the puppy.
Ah, doggles. Okay.
Yeah, I have 2 sets of doggles. I'm gonna put real dark shading in one set to because Hector's triggered by the sight of other dogs, so I'm gonna try to block his sight a little bit to desensitize him next time we go to the vet.
All right, we're going left or right?
Hey, I've got gifts. I need to give you gifts.
Ah.
Torian.
Okay.
You can make him like you. I mean, he already likes you. Let's be clear. He's
like,
everything. Dude, I like you. I think you're fine. Okay. There's nothing wrong with you. You're all right.
Humanoid skull.
These are all trophies. He loves trophies. I have more to give you as well.
Okay.
You can just stand here and load him up while we get
I'm gonna
organized
do
and I
that
send
right
some people off. I've
keep
still
it
got
close.
more.
Wow.
So when you're done, let
There's
me know.
6 small heads.
I'll keep it close.
I am telling you, I have had no characters that take trophies,
I'll
and
keep it close.
the one that does take trophies, I'm not
I'll
interested
keep it
in
close.
working with. So
Oops.
I think I can't remember. It doesn't matter. It matters. Only matters
I'll
that
keep it
somebody
close.
use them, and I'm not going to. So
I'll keep it close.
Okay, I'm leveling him up. Where'd he go?
I
Oh, he's up to
heard
5
about it.
now. Woohoo!
He's
keep
he's
it
standing
close.
right here, just saying
6.
thanks.
Keep
I'll keep
giving
it
me the
close.
shit.
What's his little reaction? What does he
Keep
say?
it
Like,
close.
I'll keep it close.
oh,
Keep it close.
Yeah, you do that with those heads, man. I don't know.
Keep it close. I'll keep it close.
I'll keep it close.
he really should say. He should say,
Keep it close.
nice, rad,
Totally.
awesome,
I'll keep it close.
totally,
Just what I wanted.
I'll keep it close.
bitchin'. Nobody says bitchin'
I'll keep
anymore,
it
do
close.
So,
I'll keep it close.
yeah, he's just chugging along here. He's getting all kinds of rep.
I'll keep it close.
He's now a higher level than Darth Hexed.
I'll keep it close.
Climbing the food chain.
I'll keep it close. I'll keep it close.
Of course, he has a ways to go to match Mako.
I'll keep it close. I'll keep it close.
I should have brought Galt back out for the comedy relief.
I'll keep it close. I'll keep it close.
I end up. That's what I do with a lot of these. Is
keep it close.
I'll do the whole story again, and so that I can run
keep
with
it
one
close.
character all the way to the end from
Yeah.
when they appear.
Yeah.
I'll keep
Just
it
to kind
close.
of see how the story goes.
I'll keep it close.
Yeah, but
keep it
no
close.
spoilers. have to make a decision on Torian, don't we?
I'll keep it close.
Oh, much later.
Yeah, I know that's later, but...
I'll keep it close. I'll keep it close. I'll keep it close. I'll keep it close.
He went from a level 3 to a level 10, and he's still adding levels
Keep
here.
it close.
Yeah, I am not worried
Keep
about
it close. I'll keep it close.
That's all he says. I'll keep it close.
I'll keep it close. I'll keep it close.
I mean, he doesn't say anything like, "Oh, totally bitchin'."
He should. He
Yeah.
should be like,
I'll keep it
"Aw,
close.
rad. Aw, sweet.
I'll keep it close.
Swing.
I'll keep it close.
Aw, dude, nice. Nice
Keep
one.
it close.
Totally gnarly.
I'll keep it close. 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 I'll keep it close.
Okay, we're done. Got to level 13. Not bad. All right, where are we headed? Let's go do some stuff.
Okay. I got my Twitch.
We're gonna go right, or we're gonna go
Onto my phone.
left?
I got the Twitch app loaded while you were doing that.
Oh, cool. Okay.
So now I have to mute the, iPad. There. Hey, now I can see us. Sweet. And it doesn't even seem to be taking a whole lot of stuff. Meaning, not so much stuff. It doesn't seem to be taking a lot of memory up to use it on the iPad, which is good. Okay. Out we go. If you notice, this is confusing because our quests show us two different exits.
Yes.
But they're both to the Icefall Plains. It doesn't matter which one we take.
Yeah, but one going to the left is for you. Going to the right is.
Yeah, but we still have to go. Like, there's no. You'll see what I mean when we get out there. It really shouldn't matter. It should just be everything on one door because we're just gonna we're going outside basically. We're going outside. Going outside.
Well, someone had to be technically correct, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The best kind of correct.
Tentacly correct.
Oh, I have that set. That's a cool set.
Yeah.
For cold weather. Yeah, that's a really cool set. It looks good.
I'm using it on my character that I'm running tomorrow too, because he's kind of roguish.
Nice.
He's my agent.
Okay, look at the map up above. How in the world does it matter which door we go out of? It does not. Basically, there's the other door over there, across the way.
Okay.
See?
Yeah.
See what I mean? Like, it does not matter.
We're gonna ride it, or we're gonna drive.
Let's ride it.
Okay. Woohoo!
And open up the map. How's that sound?
That works. We're going south, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But the question is, do you want to go over to the east and do that stuff? Or do you want to go to the west and do my stuff? What do you want to do first?
We can... Well, we did my stuff last time, I think. So we can go do yours.
Okay. Alright, so let's just go to the west and do my little deal first, and then we'll track back over. Another thing about Hoth that people can do is they can get tauntauns here.
Right.
And you do that in two different ways. You can either go find a guide on finding the nests and doing the interaction and getting the Tauntaun domestication files. Or what you can do if you don't want to do that, because it does take quite a long time. It is free, but it takes a long time. If you have money, you can go on the auction house and buy the Tauntaun domestication data and turn it in that way. I don't remember how many domestication data is each. I think it's 20, but I'm not sure. It might be 10 for one and 20 for the other one.
Yeah, I've actually looked into doing the Tauntaun quest. I figured I'd just like plant a character out here.
I mean, it's not a quest. Yeah, it's not a quest, it's just an activity.
Right.
So
packed and ready, Admiral.
Yeah.
Waiting on your word.
Excellent. Then the time has come.
Intruder alert.
The time has
You're
come.
a bit on edge, don't you think?
Officer, I am Admiral Davos, commander of this expedition. You were not expected.
I have full authorization to be here.
I like her
Is there
goggles.
a problem?
You must excuse our caution. Hoth is not a world that forgives mistakes, a lesson that scarred me long ago.
Weapons down, everyone.
We are in the midst of a delicate operation. These men are preparing to follow me to the starship graveyard.
I will follow him.
The Minister of Intelligence says I am to assist your men and ensure the interests of the Empire.
I see. Months ago, I could have accommodated this. Now, I'm afraid we approach the crisis point, and I cannot afford additional risk. Commander, torture her and find out what she knows.
Oh,
Then
good
kill
luck
her.
with that.
Yeah.
Ah, that's not gonna help. Torian's like, oh, that wasn't very cool. Alright, I have to take a phone call. I hope you will be able to see it.
Oh, we'll find out.
You're still alive?
Yes.
Nope.
Don't bother
I
returning
can.
to base.
Yeah.
Captain Firth is
Okay,
gone, and
good.
Admiral Davos bribed most of the others.
Admiral Davos just tried to kill me. What's going on?
No time. Transmission breaking up. There is a location beyond the frozen lake.
Bull.
You'll find answers. Coordinates sent.
Have you been watching me?
We've been watching the sensors. Picked up blaster
Hmm.
fire and assumed things had gone wrong. Go. Sent out.
Okie dokie.
Yeah. No time to talk now. Sorry.
We're all fine down here. How are you?
Yeah, the transmission's breaking up. I can't. We have a really bad cell connection. Can you like repeat that, please?
The original Star Wars series still has some of the best lines. There's no doubt. All right, should we backtrack and go up and do your stuff, or should we go down and do the rest of this one?
Oh, let's do the rest of yours.
Okay. I love this game. We're all fine down here. How are you? Luke, we're gonna have company. The best lines. I'm sorry, they've never had a romance as good as Princess Leia and Han Solo. You remember in Empire Strikes Back when they're on Hoth and he is like trying to make some moves on her, and she goes, "My hands are dirty," and he goes, "My hands are dirty too." It's like there's so much chemistry. Oh my god.
Let's get our hands dirtier.
That was cute. They've never managed to do that again. I mean, Panda and Hen Christensen, or whatever his name was. There, you could tell there was no chemistry between those two actors. They
Oh, no.
totally wouldn't.
Well, you've got the chemistry of a log, so...
Might have with somebody different, you know what I mean? Like,
oh, I don't even think
it might
anyone
not-
different. I've seen him in other stuff, and it's like, no.
Really? Yeah, I haven't, so I don't know. It's just impossible. Nobody's gonna be attracted to this guy. Well, darn. It's sad. Torian, like, totally vaulted over the side. Wait up, dude.
I got this. Catch some air.
Oh, Winston Temple.
Well, as secret bases
My
go,
least
this isn't
favorite
bad at all.
companion.
Sir, sorry for not contacting you sooner. No one thought Admiral Davos's men would actually start shooting.
She has the
Ensign
hair
Rainy
product
Temple,
going there.
Chiss Expansionary Defense Force.
Oh, I like
Welcome
her.
to Zero Station.
Avatar, she's fine. It's just her personality is...
Good to meet you, Ensign. Even
She's
under
just-
unusual circumstances.
she's whiny.
I'm not complaining, but it's been a while since I saw a human face.
You are complaining.
This is a
Yes.
top secret
You're
Chiss
always
ascendancy
I don't mean to
installation.
complain, but...
Self-sufficient, running in parallel with the above-ground outposts. Paranoia at work.
But our paranoia paid off.
And this is our
There
base
he
commander,
is.
Aristocra Sagani.
Oh, it's part of the
Ensign
part of
Temple
the agent
speaks highly
story.
of
That's
Imperial
what...
intelligence. She convinced me the Admiral Davos situation warranted bringing you in.
He ordered his men to torture me. I'd like to know why.
My agents have been watching Admiral Davos for months. We became suspicious when he brought in his own crew, officers loyal to him, and covered it with bribes. Lately, he brought heavy equipment and guns, built an army for his expedition to the Starship Graveyard. You threatened his control.
What's his background? His personality?
Admiral Davos fought in the original Battle of Hoth, and was stranded here for 6 months in the aftermath.
My father told me stories. Brilliant strategist. Never had the connections to become Moth.
He must be after the Graveyard's salvage, prototype technology, military databanks. It could make him unimaginably wealthy. I won't proceed without Imperial sanction. Grant it, and we can stop Admiral Davos and his plans together.
Ooh, I'm gonna flirt with him.
I like you, Aristocra. You're young, smart, professional. We'll make a good team.
I hope you're right. I enjoy a challenging
Dr.
partnership.
Logan had no
The
feelings
White Moor
about that
pirates control
whatsoever.
the wastelands
Yeah.
between here and the Starship
He's just
Graveyard. The Admiral's been sending his people out there for weeks.
My scouting party caught them burying some sort of supply caches. We don't know what the Admiral's caches are for, but if you could get us reconnaissance scans, they might give us a lead on the man himself.
These drop points. Any ideas at all?
Emergency supplies, deliveries to the pirates. We just don't know.
These are the drop point locations. Contact me when you get the scans, and we'll find our man. Chiss Honor.
Chiss Honor.
Now, she's got a really interesting story, how she ends up being a Chiss, basically. She's a citizen of the Chiss ascendancy. So,
Okay.
she is a Chiss, even though she's not species a Chiss. She's Chiss. She's a member.
Even though
of
she's
the-
not
of
blue.
Mm-hmm. But she's a citizen. She's a naturalized citizen.
Well, there's more than just Chiss on that
Oh, yeah.
planet, right? So, you know.
Oh, yep. One would assume so. Yeah. Yeah. You remember was it the last Winter Olympics or the one beforehand? There was some white dude on the Korean figure skating team, and they were like, "Oh, what's that guy doing there?" And he's a Korean citizen.
Yeah.
Like, it's just,
Well, there's always been crap like that. I mean, it's just, you know, it's
well,
like,
he's actually genuinely from there. Like his parents were in the military, and
Yeah,
he
yeah.
was born there, and he just became a citizen at some point. He was like, "I like it here. This is my home. And this is where I want to be." And
oh yeah,
and
yeah.
that's how
No,
he ended up there.
It's the same thing with like a lot of the international sports now. Is like there are people that
Yeah.
were naturalized citizens or their parents were citizens originally, and it's like, yeah, they're, you know, they have the right to be representing these countries, and
Yeah, and people get very bent out of shape about it. And then when you're like, "But they're from there. What do you
Yeah.
want?"
well, it's yeah. There's a certain type of people that get bent out of shape about it, and it's like, okay, I get it.
Yeah.
You're a traditionalist.
We're gonna take the we're not gonna take the road. We're not gonna cut across and take a shortcut. We're gonna take the road because
Okay.
if we take the shortcut, we'll have to fight things on the way. So we're just gonna drive around. But yeah, there's always people that just, I don't know. I guess they feel like their categories need to be a certain way, and then if it makes their brain hurt if categories aren't right. That guy doesn't look like a Chiss. He doesn't belong with the Chiss ascendancy. Yeah, well, maybe he does. What do you know?
They're the same people.
Do you
that
want to
have
pick up this thing?
this thing? I don't know what this thing is because
It is.
you're way ahead
There
of me.
is. Oh, there's diatom cargo and yeah, 2 things of diatom cargo here.
I'm looking to see where they might be because I don't see them.
Oh.
I see them on the map, but I don't see anything here that I can actually touchy.
I wonder if they're underground somewhere then. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, there's nothing above ground.
They're probably underground somewhere.
I'm looking at the boxes and stuff around here, and I don't see anything that's like... Nope, nothing there.
Okay.
I'm coming. Yeah, it shows it's underground.
Do you want to do our world quest Long Cold Silence first, or do you want to do your quest Buried in the Ice?
Oh, I have no preference one way or another.
Right.
Why don't
I do. Let's do Buried in the Ice first.
Okay.
Because it's cool.
And my preference is I'm going to do mine. So
you have no preference, so.
Well, no, I don't. Honestly. I mean, we're going to be here. We're going to do all of it
anyway.
Made the decision.
So. Yeah, we're doing all of it. It's fine. See, there's a little piece of the map we can open up. There's also... Yeah, there's some flight point for my quest. Oh no, it's for yours too. I don't know. Do you wanna try to fly out there and open the flight point, or?
Yeah, we can do that.
You want to ride?
I don't care either way. So we need to go through here anyway, don't we?
Just got to go through the hallway and hop on the taxi. I like that it doesn't dismount you in that hallway.
For a change, yes. Because there's so many of those that you get halfway through and it's like, bounce, you're off.
At your service, sir.
You're off of your mount.
Okay, which one are we going to? Because...
We're going to... well, I don't know what the thing is, but your quest is called Cool Reception.
Okay, how come nothing is showing on my map except for the flight point? So, which flight point are we going to?
Oh, we're going to another, well... Buried in Ice. Oh, this is the world quest that the thing was pointing to.
Okay.
The map is so confusing. Alright, whatever. So, we're here, we might as well just go do it.
Travel route is confirmed.
Do this silly thing.
Okay. I don't know where you went to, so...
Where are you?
Still... Well, I'm by the speeder, but I haven't, I didn't jump on the speeder to fly anywhere, so I was asking which...
Okay, just stay there. Stay there. I'll be right back.
Okay. I am staying there.
It's the wrong flight point. It's the wrong flight point for your quest anyway, so...
Oh, so we gotta run.
It was our world quest that was the thing, so it's fine. We'll do that later. Just hang out and wait for me, and I will.
I am. Actually, you know what?
I can see you on my iPad.
I am going to take a quick break. Because we've been sitting here bantering back and forth for over an hour, believe it or not. So I'm going to take a quick break, and we will be back in a flash. Hang in there. And we're back. And let's see, where am I sending my guy? That's right. I'm sending my characters out to go get stuff.
Leave everything to me, Master. I will not disappoint you.
Oh, yes, you will. You
Of
always
course.
disappoint me.
I have to give Odie a medicine. I'll be right back.
Ah, okay.
Waste of my talents, if you ask me.
Try not to have too much fun without me.
All right, I got all my characters sent out to do errands for me. And,
Cool.
yeah. Is your...
My coffee water's boiling, but it's fine. We can...
Do you need to get it?
It's not done yet, so let's just hop on the bikes and go to the thing.
Okay.
My kitten just said, meow.
I don't have either of my cats with me right now. They're both...
Oh, where are they?
Well, they are actually starting to do like the cold weather routine. Because today is kind of overcast, and we actually had some measurable precipitation this morning.
Ooh.
And then later today it's supposed to get hella windy, and they're telling us that we're under fire watch warning for the next however many days, and that's going to be a pain in the ass.
So. All right, let's see. We gotta get you to.
There's the kid I gotta go to.
There we go. Yeah.
And I guess I'll go jump on these guys.
Boom.
Bam. Bam, bam. It is an ice behemoth cave.
Mm-hmm.
So we got wampas everywhere.
Wampas, wamping stuff.
Wampa your daddy.
They're wamping the crap out of everything.
Not really. More wampa in the middle of the road here.
What you wampa do about it?
Yeah, really.
Alright, coffee water is ready.
Alright, no worries. Bullshit.
Keep wamping.
Wampa back. We're gonna clear all the wampas. We are going to wamp everything.
Get a new keyboard
Guys, I like the way these guys just like materialize, have this pile of wampas around me. It's like, where do these guys all
they
come
just
from?
pop out of the snow.
I guess I gotta go back the other way and clean house. Well, we don't need to. I'm just killing everything. I figured, what the heck? Clean out the cave.
Sure, why not?
My hands are dirty. I got Wampa all over me.
Gross, man. Wampa guts.
Wampa juice. Don't ask what that's about. I have no idea. There's a little... Your companion Mako has crafted a Thorium arms assembly. Thank you, Mako, for being so diligent about doing that.
She gets an employee of the month.
Yes. Where do you go? Come back here.
Oh. I got employee of the month this month. Like, for real, I really did. That's what part of the business does.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
And that's why they had you dress up as a witch.
The EA. No, that was just for the Halloween party. It's in business, you have specialities. Actually, doing business is kind of hard for me. I don't like business culture, and I don't like business buzz speak and all that.
Yeah, but sometimes you just have to do the business culture thing. You can't get past it, right?
Sometimes you can't get away from it, and it's just but it's exhausting. I find it exhausting. And I'm surprised that everybody isn't because it is. It's a lot. It's just a lot. A lot, you guys.
Slowly working my way back to where I'm supposed to be. I think I need to like climb up the hill.
Yeah, you gotta go
all the way around,
to the back there, but if you want to go up this ramp, there's more Wampas to murder.
Oh, there's Wampas at the top, there's Wampas at the bottom. At a certain point, it's like, okay, how many Wampas do I really want to off here today? Get the Wampa population under control.
And the talls. The talls are the hoodies. It's too bad you can't have Torian talk and make some deals with the talls, because they're also like a warrior type of culture.
Yeah.
The talls. They're always like talking about honor and clan. Torian will be like, yeah, I totally get it. Mando culture's the same, you feel me? It's okay, it's all good.
going to say, is there anything back here? Nothing to squish. Okay. Oh. Is there a chest? There's a chest.
Woohoo!
And security chest. And you got some pants, it looks like. I couldn't take them.
Did I?
Yeah.
It's a small satchel. Oh, I see. I don't know why they're not letting you take any of these things because.
Miss me, darling.
Like, why? Why won't they let you take these things? Strange.
I mean, they're really low
Is it
level.
because you
but
haven't?
for transmography.
Well, they're called fitted. All the things that are like universal,
Yeah.
they're called fitted. Does that have anything to do with it? I don't know. I mean, is it because you haven't been through all of the content?
That's kind
You
of
can't get the fitted things?
dumb, but okay.
Well, I'm guessing. I don't know. I'm not saying it's not dumb. It is dumb. But why isn't it letting you pick it up is my question.
So are these guys must be resin because we cleaned house on all
Yeah,
this stuff already. So okay.
I think they probably are.
I was gonna say spend all day just killing wampas.
You could, for sure. If you were farming something they had, then that's probably a good idea. But
I kicked that wampa in the gnats.
in the bajouti, in the frozen.
Frozen tundra.
Yeah, that's right.
Ew. That conjures a vision I don't want.
Okay, well, don't tell me about it because I haven't gone there, whatever it is.
Okay. Talk about razor burn.
Alright. Alright.
I hear groaning and grunting in the distance here. It's not coming from me. There's a bunch of people here. Confront Vaz. There's Vaz.
There he is.
Renegade. Hey, Renegade. Now, offer beast to scorekeeper. Show you're a hunter worthy of her notice. Poor beast. There, you give praise to scorekeeper, wear blood on your teeth. With blood on your teeth. I hear you, who lurks in the darkness, while at least something are unwelcome here. Do not intrude on this hunt.
You're in no position to make demands. Trust me.
The bounty hunter comes for my blood. He shall leave disappointed. I have torn eyes from the Wookiee chieftains and bear claws alone, feasted on crypt, dragon flesh, crushed armadillos, I think it said. I do not debase my juggernaut by swatting yapping dogs. Okay, whatever.
Yeah. I'm shaking in my boots.
Taunts are of no value to the scorekeeper.
This is a class quest, so I'll stay out of it.
Yeah, you're nothing to me, cult something. Cult thing, hiding, young blood, booster. Oh, nicely. Okay. Paint your glories in his blood.
Yeah, he's insulting you in all sorts of ways that don't really matter to you, which is great.
I got Mugland here being me, but now he's the only one. Oh, no, I still got a swordsman on. Okay, he's
Not
gone.
anymore. Twitch stream looks really good on my iPad.
I was going to say, this guy doesn't want to go down. There he goes, finally. All right, I guess I gotta talk to him. Not the voice I was expecting. Help, boss, help, come back. He's too tough. Is your...
I heard Voss was a holy terror. Why'd he leave you to do the dirty work?
Captain think we weak. Make him look bad. Take us on something. Oh, a hunt. You come and Captain say you small. So we fight, but you're not small. You bet, kid.
I just want to go back to mopping the decks.
Yeah. Oh, God.
All right, go on. You ever see me again, run.
Aw, you're so nice. Hello.
Pig boy, go away. And don't you uproot my lawn ever again.
Boss didn't think much of us.
Come on, we're paying Blizz another visit.
Alright, so that's all there is in that one, I guess. I guess we gotta go back and...
That's all there is.
Gotta go talk to Blizz again.
Keep dancing.
So we got anything else out in this area for you?
No. You gotta go talk to Blizz?
I gotta go back to the camp and talk to Blizz, yeah.
Alright. So we could do our World Quest junk and do our broadcast coordinate things. Search for the first cache.
Okay.
Or whatever.
And we gotta go through
whatever
all
it
these
is
guys.
we need to do. Oh. More wampas.
Wampa wampa.
Womp womp womp. Womp womp womp. Womp womp.
All I got was a
Trying to
toenail
send
out
my
of
people
that.
back out as soon as they come back in. So
Tell you,
find things.
these wampas, man, they repopulate quite quickly.
Yeah, they do. They breed like... Huh?
Yeah, but where are the girl wampas? That's what I want to know. Another conquest. Woohoo.
Maybe the big ones are the girls and the little ones are the boys. Maybe the big ones are the boys and the little
It's like
ones
that
are
in
the
a lot of
girls.
species, so. They all sound alike, though.
Usually...
Grumpy.
Usually with mammals, the boys are bigger, but, you know, who knows? Females are generally better at keeping warm, so and maybe on Hoth it's the other way around. I know it seems like females are always cold. It's true, but technically, at least in female humans always survive, situations where there ends up people freezing to death. Usually the men die first because they don't have enough body fat to fight. Which I always thought was, I was like, women are always cold. Why? I know I am. We're always cold. How could we possibly survive? But it's true. The Donner Party people, well, the dudes fight.
Yeah, well, you know.
I love cannibalism stories.
I was
I'll
gonna
tell
say
you more if you want.
No, I was just gonna say the Donna partner. They were all about, hey, honey, you want an omelet?
Yeah. We have
Crack some eggs.
We have Donner Party Days. I think that's what it's called. It's a festival that I don't think it celebrates the Donner Party thing. That would be kind of tacky, but it's tacky enough anyway. But it acknowledges it. Yeah, it's like a commemoration. It's not a sad festival. It's a party. It's of some sort of thing. It's down in Boulder, I think, but I'm not entirely sure. I'd have to look. But I've never been to it, but I would like to go because it would be fun. I like stories about human survival sometimes.
Where you got a bunch of people eating Campbell soup.
Apparently, there's a
Cannibal
cannibalism show on TV right now called Yellow Jackets that Seth really likes. And it's based on a true story. He said it's really good, so I'm gonna try to go watch it. Alright, go to the broadcast coordinates. We're gonna have to murder this guy.
Why do we have to murder him?
Because he's in the way. We're gonna get him anyway.
What did he do to us? Oh, here comes some friends. Did that say train spotter?
No, Tall's spotter.
It's a train spotter.
Alright, we have to go in this little doobly cave. Underground bunker. It's not a cave, it's a bunker. The Republic took this one over. But could have staffed it with falls, people.
Find Vanas. Oh, we got stuff over here getting dropped and not even paying attention.
Gotta loot those bodies. Loot, loot, loot.
Get those credits.
You need the credits. Prosperity token. Go to the Feast of Prosperity and see if they have anything I want this year.
Where is that? Is that in the downstairs? Back at the fleet?
I think it's on the fleet. But I don't know where. I think it's upstairs on the fleet. I don't know. Maybe it's on Nar Shaddaa. In fact, I think it is on Nar Shaddaa. There might be some pieces on the fleet too, but I don't know. I haven't looked at it in a long time. Well, this is one where they provided enough targets for our bonus, for sure.
Yeah. I keep coming up and going, you've got another bonus, and another bonus, and here's some more bonus.
Bonuses. No bonus for you.
Yeah, bonus for you, bonus for you.
Everybody gets a bonus. Look under your chairs. You get a bonus, and you get a bonus, and you get a bonus. Everybody gets a bonus. I got a bonus. I got $20 of Starbucks. Bucks of Starbucks. Boop, boop, boop. $20 of Starbucks.
Carved runestones. Woohoo.
$20 of Starbucks.
Was that a Starbucks card? that your bonus?
Yep. I'm not going to complain though, because she does like actual bonuses at Christmas and stuff like that. We get like a C note at Christmas. That's nice. I got to do, I got to show off my event planning chops, which is what I got the DA of the month for. Was doing event planning. Event planning is totally in my wheelhouse, completely and totally in the wheelhouse, because I used to work for a lot of doctors, and I used to organize events for them all the time. Oh, I gotta send Duder out to go sell trash items because my inventory's full. Let me give you the rest of these gifts for Torian. I need to
Well, I
clear
gotta
up
look
the
at my
space.
inventory too. Oh, I got a an earpiece, upgraded earpiece. Yay. Let's see, I got an 82 and I've got a 82. All right. Yeah. Okay, we'll do that. I think that's right.
It's eating.
Yeah, that works.
Are you ready?
Almost. All right, where are we headed?
Here.
Out?
Gifts. No, gifts.
Oh, gifts. Gifts.
Take gifts.
Okay, hang on. I got one more piece of inventory to pick up here. All right, now I'm ready. Gift me.
Yeah. I cannot believe how many trophies I had in my thing. They've just been building up since the beginning. Make sure I've got them all. Yep, I think that's all. There we go.
Cool. All right, and I will. Can't do anything with
You
those.
can just do those real quick if you want.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
I'll keep it close.
I'll keep it close. Yes, you do that. Oops.
Dr. Loken says, a worthy decision. A worthy decision.
I'll keep it close.
I'll keep it close. He doesn't say anything other than that.
Keep it close.
Yeah.
I'll keep it close.
He really does need to go, like, way more
Close.
into, like, being impressed than that, but, you know,
Keep it
what are you gonna
close.
do?
Maybe he's not that impressed.
I'll keep it close.
Well, I think he just
Spoiled
generally is never that impressed by anything. I think his attitude is just sort of, like, low-key, whoa, all the time.
I'll keep it close.
It's like, okay, whatever, dude. You want to give me stuff?
Keep it close.
I'm good.
That's awesome. I appreciate it. Keep it close. It's fine. I think if you give him lower level gifts, he says stuff like,
I'll keep it close.
Well, so far for the
with
high level and the moderate, it's all the same. I'll keep it close.
Yeah?
Yeah. So I haven't given him any.
yeah, but it's not the level. It's not the quality that triggers the comments. It's the type, right? So if he has, like, for instance, he likes. Torian likes cultural artifacts, but that's likes, third best. So he'll do a different comment if you gave him a cultural artifact.
I like the
give
ones
him
where
a
you
weapon.
give them the small items, and they say, "Oh, you shouldn't have."
Yeah.
It's like,
if
no,
not a
really, you
thing
shouldn't
that
have.
They want. Yeah, for real. The ones that don't give them any rep if you give them by accident, they're
Yeah.
like.
Okay, whatever.
I think Kaleo is actually rude about it. She's like, next time, don't, or
Yes.
something like that. You know?
I'll keep it close. I'll keep it close.
Next time you're thinking about me, don't.
Keep it
I do
close.
not want this. You know what? We could probably quick travel back to the base if you wanted to. I don't know, though. I don't know. Let me see if I can find the...
Okay, I got through all this stuff, so... Yay. I think I did.
Yeah, we got 15 minutes, so we're not going to be able to do more of the...
Oh, and these guys are rezzing on top of us, too.
Yeah, we should probably just...
Okay. So we're going to quick travel back to the base, or where?
Yeah, let's go back to Dorn base and turn some stuff in.
If I can get it to...
We're not going to be able to search for the first cache right now. We're going to have to let that go. We've only got a few minutes.
My shuttle's been dispatched.
Have to go. Dispatch you.
And let's see.
Oh, we got a thing to turn in.
Yeah, Triton, right? Commander. He hasn't been.
I found Colonel
promoted
Vanis. He was dead, murdered by Republic Tals.
Tals. That would make sense. Cold adapted, Republic aligned. I've not killed their kind before. What about you, Commander?
What? Yes, of course.
The base awaits your orders, Commander.
We are having deep morale issues in the forward outpost. I must show them that we can triumph without Colonel Vanis. Now is the time for reprisals. These chittering animals will not get away with this. I want 10 of the Republic to suffer for every one of ours dead. I want every last Tolls wiped out, their heads on sticks out in the frost.
Anything you'd like to add?
The main thrust of the plan is sensible, but given our limited knowledge, I suggest the plan be refined before use.
I figured he would.
Covert action is advisable, or we'll end up wiping out one group and causing the rest to go into hiding. I have data arrays we could install in their communications link. If we did that, we could locate and estimate their numbers before we hit them.
Oh, come on.
Killing is reliable. Technology
we have to we take their heads
that sounds
because
like a
it's
lesson
you.
gleaned from a life far more interesting than mine.
Commander! Come in, Commander!
I went the other way for a change.
Go ahead, Scout 5.
We found a nest of Tolls on the ice lake. Too many to engage. Transmitting coordinates now.
Perfect.
We got a whole nest.
Brutally slaughtering a few dozen should sow fear throughout their little cabal. When you're done, report to the forward outpost. It's closer to the lake, and the men there can see your success in person.
Alright, so is it a nest or is it a cabal?
Dude, he is a snotty little... He's a snotty little...
Snotty little snot.
Bloom... He's a snotty little bloom ball.
He's a snotty little snot
Veronica would have
snugger.
said. He's a snot snotter. He's
Snot
a snotty
snugger.
snot. Snot snugger. I am about to lose my headphones.
Uh-oh.
And if I do, I'll have to redo my client.
Oh, no.
Ugh.
Okay,
That's alright, I'll just rehook the headphones so I can hear you. And
Boss took off. Let his
Boss
cronies
took
do the
off.
dying.
Let his
Said I
cronies do the
wasn't
dying.
worthy.
No fight, Jagga this, Jagga that. All Voss talk about. Blizz not something. Blizz got it. Boss Voss think you not worth Jagga point. Blizz think if new friend beat up other big captains, Boss Voss think new friends worth big Jagga. He come to you.
Slow down. What do you mean by Jagga points?
He means Jagannath points. Hunting is a religion to Trandoshans. Their goddess gives them Jagannath for successful hunts. It's serious business to them. A Trandoshan's score determines his place in the afterlife.
Boss Voss not think much of the others, only other big captains in the big white mob. Bliss guess that you have good scores. Closest big captains be creepy three-eyed droid man. IR-9 big boss hot tunnel power plant not far from here. Okay, tell us about
anything
it.
to help me deal with Aor?
He not like people much, only droids. He's a laser brain, talk to the droid friends. Droid brain have other parts inside too, make him tough. But big thing, he deflectors, shield, come something. New friend be okay though, Blizz know how to take things apart, even three-eyed droid man.
Never met a Jawa who couldn't turn tech to scrap in 10 seconds flat.
Liz turned scrap to tech 10 seconds flat, okay. Recalibrate blasters, outputs ion blasters, zap. Big salvage crew bring parts for work and hot tunnel. Find old boss slam stick. God, I can't read this quickly enough. Frequency tuner and blue stash also need heat resistor from plant. Alright,
Slam Streaver, field tuner, heat resistor. Got it.
Glad he got it, because I didn't. Heat tuner to short out the deflector shield. Point. Push big red button, droid man shield reboot. Now friend tells Slam, Blizz okay. Beat up something. Alright. You're just like constantly yammer. Alright. Cool.
I know, but he's so cute.
Yeah, he's cute, but he talks too fast. I can't pick up everything. I am a slow reader.
That makes sense, though. If it was a movie, it would be like that, though. He'd just be like going off all the time, and your guy would be like, I don't know what he said, but I think I can probably make the problem go away by killing some people.
Well, yeah.
Take a look.
My problem is I don't read very quickly anyway, so it's like, yeah, okay. Let's see, what can I get rid of?
All right, so we only got 10 minutes, so we really don't have time to do very much.
Okay. Is there anything we can, or we want to head out to a particular location? Speeder training. Do I have any speeder training? I don't know that I can.
I know every trick of the trade.
Apparently not. I still can't.
Trust no one.
Still can't train.
Okay. Yeah, I think everything's quite a bit too far away, so we should probably just end the play session early and do some crafting.
Okay.
And then I can get back to work.
I got my crafting stuff going anyway, so it's like, I guess I will go back to my conclave.
Yeah,
and,
I just can't. I can't hang out after today, and we can't really accomplish anything.
No, that's okay.
Hoth is so big. It's just, Hoth is a big planet. There's just a lot. There's a lot here. But I'll give you a trivia thing.
A trivia thing?
You know the...
What's the trivia?
Yeah. Do you know who the musician Joan Armatrading is?
Joan Armatrading? Yeah. Yes, I do.
Drop the pilot, that thing. Yeah.
I'm trying to remember the ones that I remember, but yeah, I can't. Off the top
yeah,
of my
she's
head.
got lots. And Drop the Pilot's probably the most famous, and I think it's the one that comes the most readily to mind. Anyway, he has a brother, and he is a voice actor, and he does the voice of Captain Yudris.
Oh, okay. Cool. Groovy.
There you go. There's a thing you know now. It now is in your brain. Congratulations.
Thanks. Just what I wanted. More brain stuff.
More stuff in my brain that I didn't need.
No, I don't want more brain stuff. Ah. All right, let's see what can I craft in a couple seconds here, or a couple minutes. Let's see. Do I have to, so stupid question? Do I have to keep the stuff in my bag if I want to wear it? I guess I do. Huh? Otherwise, I have to download it again. Huh? Like the gear that.
Oh, yeah, but you can download it again. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, no, that's okay.
Not a big deal to download it again.
Well, no, it's not download. This is the stuff that you gave me. So your armor set. Yeah. It's all right.
Oh, that stuff.
Yeah,
Yes, you have to hang on to it or create an outfit.
Yes.
Right.
I think I created an outfit. I'll have to look. All right, I'm just going to do some crafting while we're here and kind of go from there.
Gotcha. I need to get onto an artificer guy and make us some dyes because they're just so expensive on this server.
Well, probably because there aren't any available, right?
Well, I mean, the server's probably still fairly low population, so
Right.
yeah, people aren't making them as much. So yeah, that would be my guess that the supply's just not great. But
Okay, so components. I still don't have enough stuff. What am I missing here? Grade 8 scavenged compounds. So scavenging, more scavenging, and crafting.
it's funny because the grade 8 stuff is actually, is that above level 500? Yeah, because I've made it to 500 with I'm working on Yavin stuff now on Revan. The next Hut. The next expansion is the Hut Cartel. So the stuff that I'm working on is over 500. It's actually relevant to the Hut Cartel. So.
Oh, see, I'm at 490 something. So as far as
we're leveled out of the original levels. We're 56. I'm 56 now.
Yeah, I'm 56, but
yeah, the original game was 50 was top level. So.
Wish me luck.
Interesting.
Yeah, I was talking about the crafting. So all the crafting
Yeah,
material.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
I'm up to
all
500.
The crafting material that I'm... Yeah, me too. I'm picking up... Everything that's 500 is the next expansion. It's not native to the old game. It's stuff you pick up when you get the next expansion. I mean, it's all blended together now. But I'm just saying that the materials that we're farming after 500 belong to the Revan or to the Hut Cartel expansion.
Got it.
I saw you were doing some Hut Cartel stuff. How are you enjoying it?
Am I? No, I'm not. Not yet.
On your other tunes.
I don't think he started the Hut Cartel. Oh, he's doing the precursor on Makeb, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the planet.
Right.
That's where you start out.
Right.
Mm-hmm. The whole thing is there. That's the Hut Cartel expansion, is the Makeb.
Right.
Stuff.
And I've done that on other characters, so it's like
okay.
Yeah, like my other characters that are level 80 over on the other server, I've done all of that. But what I'm doing is I'm serial leveling.
I can tell you without any spoilers that the Imperial side final boss encounter is much more of a pain in the neck than the Republic side. So if you're just trying to get the planet done and you don't want to mess with the thing, I mean, you should do both just to experience them. I'm just saying, see if you agree with me, because most people agree. There's a very big robot that has mechanics that you have to mess with to get, and it's just a pain in the backside.
I'm trying to remember which one it is because it's been a while
least
since.
Favorite. Yeah.
Yeah. So I am.
You have to dump lava on this. I mean, it's just not a huge spoiler. You have to dump stored up lava on this big robot at the end of the Imperial one. You're trapped in a cave and there's a giant robot, and you have to wait until the lava builds up and then drop it, and then you have to run away all the time, and it's just I'm not a person that likes it very much when boss fights involve a lot of not mechanics, but mechanics are fine, but when you have to make the environment do something to kill them instead of relying on your own spells, that's less fun to me. So, but not everybody agrees with me. So.
Well, I've got my character parked over in his stronghold, and he's hanging out, collecting orders, and he's got Torian standing like 3 feet away, uncomfortably close. It's like, stand back, dude.
Dude, personal space.
Yeah. Get away.
Personal space, bro.
Yeah. If I don't see you before the next time I see you, have a good day, have a good afternoon, Have a wonderful evening. Thanks for stopping by. If you like what Peep and I are doing, give us a thumbs up and a like and a follow and all that jazz. And I shall see you soon. Bye now.